Let's get ready, say, go. Let's go, son. Let's go, son. Let's go, son. Let's go, son. Let's go, let's go, son. Let's go, son. Let's go, son. Let's go, son. Rainbows in the sky, let's fly away like a bird. You're free to see the boundless face of the earth. Let the wind blow you like a knife and glide away. For beyond the clouds, you'll find another place. If the road ahead seems so cold and gray, night never turns to day. Don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Don't be afraid. You got the power to get through the darkest nights. Chala! Zooming round and round in the sky like a coaster. Hold on tight, or you may find yourself trapped in a maze. When that happens, you may think you will never find your way. As the past, you may take sin or the same. If the road ahead should lead you so cold and gray, when night never turns to day, don't you be afraid. Go and fly away. Chala, hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it lies a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest night. Hey chala. No time to hesitate. Go on and search the earth. Within it is a magic surprise. Oh, chala, hey chala. Be cool, don't be afraid. You got the power to get you through the darkest nights. Chala.
It is Friday night, and you know what that means. It is time for Spaghett Friends Toy Show, episode 348. What's going on, chat? It's your boy Smith, as always, joined by my North American Thick Boy tag team partner, Matitude 22. What's going on, bro?
Chilling.
That's right, we are back after a little time off. We are back. We had to talk some toys. We had to talk a little Ironheart and maybe a few other things. See how the night takes us. Shit. I don't know what to say right now, but I know we missed a lot last week. Fridays we were off, but we'll try to play a little bit of catch up if we can.
Yeah.
And I figure let's jump right into it actually, because I kind of want to talk about some stuff, but it's kind of pertinent to our fig news, so I might as well just jump into fig news, so that way we just kind of mix it all in together, It's a nice healthy broth. Alright, so let's jump right into your number one source for news today. Formation fake news. And as always, make sure you check that spaghetti policy, because, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I get you. I get you. Yeah, like you're just kind of cherry picking. Yeah, yeah, yeah. He's like, yeah, yeah. There's Da- Daniel's saying, they can't hear you.
Oh, shit. Can you hear me now? I don't know. I think so. Like that's like the second time that's happened, where it like automatically muted me somehow. I don't know. Maybe I don't know what the fuck, but
Discord be playing games sometimes.
well, and even the Discord, I think it's like my OBS,
Oh, okay, okay.
but it just flicked it off for some reason. I have no clue what, but that's no here nor there. But yeah, the Stormtrooper, like I said, it looks cool. It's got a cool looking
Yeah,
lightsaber, but
I like the Sergeant Creel. I'm kind of hoping that eventually we kind of finish out his whole like team, but I don't know. I definitely like the Creel.
I like his lightsaber though. But I don't think I need a whole Stormtrooper for a lightsaber. I'm telling you, man, they need to make like just a lightsaber pack, man. Like a pack of just lightsabers and like an array of colors and like different hilts.
Kind of surprised they haven't done that yet, because those lightsabers they're so easy to like they're so easy to lose or they break so easily that it's like I'm kind of like not as much the newer ones, the older ones specifically. like if they take one shelf dive, like that lightsaber's gone forever. Like
Well,
it
I think
hasn't
they've
happened to me yet,
improved
but
on the sabers now because I've had a couple take a
yeah,
shelf
yeah, they have.
dive and they've pretty hold up pretty well.
Yeah, like they're a lot better now, so I'm kind of surprised that they haven't been like, hey, like here's just like a lightsaber pack to to replace all your broken or lost lightsabers.
Yeah, just make like a pack of just a bunch of random hilts with like a couple like different colors. That's all, like a red, a yellow, a blue, a green, purple.
Yeah.
Sergeant Krill, set you back 26 September of 25.
Ooh, okay. We also got the Padawan Ahsoka Tano, which a lot of people would argue this is the best Ahsoka Tano. So
You know, it's a sad
it's
thing.
nice.
The Ahsoka from the show Ahsoka, she's peg warming at an Ollie's near you now for like $10. Sometimes even cheaper if you have a coupon.
I'm not surprised.
So it's like if you need like just a like I mean if you want one that's gonna look a little like Rosario Dawson, that's the one right there. Don't even I wouldn't even sit there and pay like 25 for an Ahsoka.
I don't know. Like I think Star Wars needed to take a lesson from like James Gunn in the sense like people that portrayed characters animated should portray them live action. Like I don't know. Like I can't buy into Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka. I just don't know. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I know. But that's
So
the
I'm
that's the
kind
that's the
of
route they went with it. I mean, I'm not mad at it. Like it's not the worst thing ever, but it's just like as a action figure, I don't care for it. Like I looked at it and I'm like, there's nothing about this Ahsoka that's like I want it, even at the price of $10 plus a coupon to make it like I said,
yeah.
I bought a fucking Bo-Katan because they got a bunch of Bo-Katans at Ollie's, and with a good coupon, I paid $4 for this Bo-Katan.
Like I agree with you. Like in the sense of the TV show, it's not as egregious because it's like okay, she's playing. I can believe that she's portraying an older version of Ahsoka, I guess. But if I was getting an Ahsoka figure, like it would never be that one. Like I would never buy that version of Ahsoka. Like I
Yeah,
would
I
never
think most
want
people would
that
probably
figure.
want Padawan or at least like
Like this is the one.
Rebels
Like this is the
Ahsoka.
one. Exactly. Like I think 90% of people, this is the one they want. Unless you want both.
Like I said, I got like the Clone War Anakin. Like it would be better to have a Padawan Ahsoka than have adult Ahsoka to pair with Clone War Anakin.
Exactly. Yeah.
But like I said, I'm not that big of a fan of Ahsoka anyway, so I'm like, I'm good. I don't. I think I'll pass on the Ahsoka. But I mean, it's cool. Now there's one that's not on here because I think it's sold out on BBTS. It sold out, then they got it back in stock, and then it sold out again. That's the Temple Guards.
Okay. Yeah.
I did pre-order that, but I had to
Yeah.
go through GameStop for that one because it was funny. Like
I guess
it
because
sold
he's
out on BBTS, and I was like, "Fuck!" So I went to GameStop, and then as soon as I pre-ordered it from GameStop, BBTS got more in stock, but then it sold out right
of
again.
course.
But then it sold out again because like
I get.
I guess everybody wants that Temple Guard. It's pretty popular looking. It looks good.
I guess because he's technically like an army builder, right? Like you could buy like two or three of those. So I think that's probably it. People. That's probably people just pre-ordering multiples, and I don't think Big Bad puts a limit on Black Series stuff. Like, I don't think they put a limit to like 2 per customer, so you probably have people like pre-ordering like 10 of them.
Yeah, I just ordered one. I don't need it. I don't need an army build. I just
Me
want
too.
one.
Me too.
But Ahsoka
Like, I'm
here.
not an army builder.
Yeah, neither am I. Like only like certain armies, but like I said, I don't need like a battalion. I just need like a small representation of like an army. Like when I did the Crimson Army, like I didn't go crazy with it. It was just like if you just have a bunch of bats and like 2 of each guard, that looks ominous enough.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need a whole shelf full of just like one soldier. Like it ain't that serious. I know it is for some, but it's not that real. Like I don't have to have a whole basement full of tables because I got 20 of every Cobra fucking soldier out there.
Yeah.
Or just a whole table full of stormtroopers and shit. Like nah, I'm good, bro. 2 is enough. 2 is enough to just represent for me. Like I was still tempted to buy that Star Killer 3-pack because you get 2 stormtroopers with the Star Killer, so it's like I instantly get 2 stormtroopers, so that's like boom, hit the max, and I can stand them over there next to my Darth Vader, and it'd be like perfect representation. You don't have to have a whole battalion behind them, just 2, and it says so much than having like 20. Like you can add 20, but like. Is it really that serious? I don't think so.
Yeah. No, I agree with you.
Oh, this is the other one I also ordered, the Ronin from Visions. Which I'm glad they gave us one in color because the special one they had on Hasbro, the black and white, I didn't care for the black and white. I kind of wanted him in color, so this is nice to get him in color. So I did pre-order this one. What about you?
Well, cause I got the black and white one. Like I got the exclusive one.
Oh, so you got the one with the R2 unit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even care for that one either. Like I didn't care to have the R2 unit. So I was like, I just want the Ronin specifically. So I'm glad that they just single carded him. I'm glad they did this. So I definitely going in on this.
I hope this is something where we potentially get more characters from Visions, but we definitely need the Lucy Liu character that goes with the Ronin. Like, remember the girl? She has like the lightsaber umbrella.
Oh yeah, that would be dope.
I want that.
Also, which I don't think I have it on. I didn't have it on here. I think it might be a con exclusive if they're selling it. That Obi-Wan, Anakin, Revenge of the Sith diorama set.
Oh yeah, I think that's gonna be a SDCC exclusive.
That shit looks cool.
Yeah.
But I think they want a hundo for that shit though. That's like woof.
Yeah, they could.
But yeah, Ronin looks good. I'm gonna add him to the collection of Siths that I'm slowly building here. But I don't even think the Ronin was a Sith. He just had a red lightsaber.
Yeah, I think he was kind of like one of those neutral characters. Like I don't know if I don't know. I don't remember. I haven't watched Visions in so long. Like I don't remember, but I think he was just kind of neutral. I think he had left the Empire, if I'm not mistaken, and then the Lucy Liu girl, I don't remember her name. She was trying to hunt him down or something. I don't know. I haven't watched Visions. I pretty much I watched it when it came out, and then I never watched it.
Yeah. But yeah, definitely going in on this Ronin. I like it. It's cool. Also $26, September of 25.
Oh, this is nice. This is what I'm excited for. We're getting a Barris Offie, which is great because we just got the Luminera Unduli. Like we just got her uh, the one of the more recent waves. So I'm kind of glad that we're getting Barris close together because you can kind of complete that pair. That master and apprentice, you can kind of complete that pair.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm gonna might be going in on this one most definitely.
Also 26, September of 25. Ooh, okay. Here
Whoa!
we got some more Mega Man from Jada. We're getting Bubble
Yeah,
Man Deluxe here, 1/12 scale.
yeah, great. But did we finish all the Robot Masters from one? I don't think we did. I
Not
think they're
really.
like
He only did like there was like Pyro Man, Cut Man, Ice,
and, and then Elect Man.
and Elect Man.
So we don't have Bomberman. We don't Bomberman. We don't have Bomb Man, and we don't have Guts Man. But I think they might be up for pre-order if I'm not mistaken.
I mean,
I think we
you
saw
kinda
them.
check. Hold on, 'cause I think
I just don't like the idea of jumping into Mega Man 2, finishing Mega Man 1.
yeah, because it's like Elect Man. You have a Bomber Man, Mega Man, but not actual Bomber Man.
Uh, I guess it's not like I guess like listen like Mega Man. I love Mega Man, so I'll take whatever I can get. But I just don't like I don't want to start jumping around. I don't want to start jumping around to multiple games. Like finish all the Mega Man 1 Robot Masters, then jump into 2. Like just don't start jumping around all over the place.
Agreed. But I
But
mean,
I mean
listen, it
that
might.
being
I don't know.
said,
Like I said, I don't know what the idea is with the Mega Man. Because, like I said, Street Fighter did just kind of going over the list. You would expect them to kind of do the same with Mega Man, but I don't know. Maybe it's they're trying to, I don't know, have the mold for certain ones, so they're like just let's get them out, and then we work on the others later. But I don't know. I would
yeah.
just say like this:
I mean,
Jada, at least I know it's gonna be a good figure. So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, like every one of these figures I've got so far, they've been great. So like I really really like this line. Uh, and Mega Man 2 is my favorite Mega Man games.
plus we got the con coming soon, so hopefully we get some like newer, more figures coming from Jada soon, so that
Yeah,
because like these are figures that we've seen at like last year's con, so now that they're sitting there getting pre-ordered, it's like I would hope, because I'm not gonna assume, I would hope that this con they got newer stuff for like the Mega Man. Cause like I said, we already finished with Street Fighter. They ain't really got to show too much off. But it's like Mega Man, like to see more of that. Like to see if they got what else they got in the Scooby Doo field. So
yeah. I think we got to see a Scooby Doo. Like we have to see a Scooby. Like not getting Scooby in the first wave, I find is weird. But maybe they're just gonna have to make him a deluxe figure. I don't know. But we gotta see a Scooby. Like I can't invest in this line until I know we're getting Scoob.
yeah, that's
You know
that's a
what I
that's a
mean? Like
that's a hard deal breaker. Like, you ain't got
yeah, like I
Scooby Doo
need
for
to.
Scooby Doo line. I can't fuck with you on that one.
Yeah. So we gotta see the Scooby Doo.
Like, I can't even indulge a Shaggy if you ain't got no goddamn Scooby.
That's right.
Like, it's not even a question. It's just a moral thing of like, bro, what I look like having a Shaggy on my motherfucking shelf and no Scooby. Unless that Shaggy's Mr. Boombastic, there better be a goddamn Scooby next to him. See what I did there? Mr. Lava Lava. You call me Mr.
Yeah, like
Boombastic.
it's kind of like it's like going in on like a Dragon Ball line, and there's no Goku. Like I don't know. Like it's we gotta see the Scooby.
Yeah, Daniel. I mean, but listen, like, I'm not even gonna go that hard with Jada because, like I said, as of previous stuff they've put out, they've been consistent with let's complete something, and then we'll talk about future stuff. Now, like I said, they already have a lot of things on the table, but they're consistent with okay, we'll crank these things out. So, like I said, the Bubble Man here and the other figures we're gonna look at tonight are things we saw at last year's con. So, like I said, I am hoping, this year's con we see some more from the Mega Man side of things from Jada and the Scooby Doo. Because, like I said, Street Fighter, they really don't have to show us anything else because they literally shown it all. The only thing they can show me now are player twos. But the Mega Man shit is like Matt was saying, where there's certain cats missing from that first wave of villains. I'm hoping that we see them this coming con.
Yeah, like I just wanna
Plus Scooby Doo.
like I just want to know that like we're gonna. I just want to know that like I want to finish one game at a time. Like finish off the Robot Masters from the first game and then jump into the second game.
Yeah. Like I recently got my Saget and Blanca. By the way, fucking top tier. Fuck that Saget. I listen. It's hard to make an argument that the Street Fighter line from Jada is not like a top tier figure contender like all of them that have come out in 2025, like the Dalsim, the Cammy, the DJ, the Guile, all good. The Blanca is ridiculous. Like the range of motion, just everything you can do with this boy. And then the Saget even too, like he can stand on motherfucking he got the toe hinge, so you got him he can stand on them tippy toes and hold the pose. Like these shits is good. Like really good. Like Storm Collectibles trying to compete with them, I hope them. Yeah, definitely gonna have to step the game up on that because like this is hard to beat. It's really hard to beat.
Jade has been really good.
Yeah. Like I said, and I feel even better now having the Blanca in hand because he's one of the more beefier, bigger characters, and like what they've done with him is stunning. So that means like Honda, Bullrog, Domcat, and Zangief are fucking monsters. Monsters. So yeah, I'm looking forward to those. Bubble Man here though will set you back $30, a little bit more than the usual, but he is classified as a deluxe, so a little more money, but still in that Jada price where it's like, yeah, I can respect this.
Yeah.
October of 25. And then,
Ooh, all right, we get Woodman. Woodman is probably one of my favorite Mega Man levels in Mega Man 2. It sticks out to me. Like I remember those robot tigers, and they'd be like jumping all over the place.
Yeah, it looks good. I mean, I like how like Mega Man characters design favors itself, so like you could kind of make all of them the same to a degree. All you have to do is just paint and like add a little something different, because like he's got the Mega Man legs and feet clearly,
Yeah, yeah.
and like I'm pretty sure other parts are recycled other than like the body shape, because he's a lot bigger, and they have to make, like, I think at most they just have to make like original head sculpts and like slightly remold certain figures depending on their scale and size, but it's probably just a lot of recycled pieces, so it just kind of makes the job a little bit easier. Because look, if you go to this and you go back to no, wrong one. Oh, who was I? God damn it. There we go. Like, look at your Bubble Man here.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, oh, he's a bigger size, so we got to do a little retooling, so we'll just add some stuff. But it's like all those pieces are probably just from another dude that's like, he's kind of the same. So it's like, hey, just makes things a little bit easier in my opinion. But I like this Woodman though.
Yeah, I think he's really nice. I think all these figures are nice, man. Jada makes nothing but nice figures.
And then $30, October 25. Then we get a unhelmeted Mega Man. So if you already have the regular one, if you want one without a helmet, here you go. Actually, they giving you a helmet with this one too? Oh, okay.
There you go.
Now, a question I have to ask myself is, do I want to buy another Mega Man because he doesn't have a helmet on? And he does come with that little bot thing, so I don't have that. But again, just kind of proving the point, like, this is the same Mega Man that they originally gave you, but they just giving you like a newer head sculpt, because I don't think the other head sculpts he came with was the big smiling face. And now you get one with him angry with no helmet on. So it's just like, they didn't have to do too much extra work because they already had the body type. They already had the mold.
It is making it very tough.
I'll have to think about this one. I kind of want it, but like it's like, I got it. That's just a second Mega Man. But $30, October of 25.
Ooh, all right. We're getting from NECA and another Ultimate RoboCop. So this, I guess, RoboCop. This is basically like how he appeared on the poster.
Yeah.
You can see there's some red. You can see there's some red shading in there.
Yeah, it's supposed to resemble the poster from the movie, which, I mean, it's cool that they make figures like this, but I always feel like this is just kind of, for me, just kind of lazy, and it's like the amount of people who want this, it's got to be very small, right?
Yeah.
Because it's the thing of like, are you really gonna buy this and have it posed specifically like it looked in the movie, just so you can have like this weird paint job looking RoboCop right here?
Like you gotta really be into RoboCop. Like you have to be really about RoboCop to kind of go in and want to go in on this.
Like, I bought a RoboCop, but I bought a RoboCop that just looks like a RoboCop because, like, hey, yes, RoboCop. But like, did I ever think in my mind, like, man, I would really love to have RoboCop look like he did in the poster with all the red paint accents on it? Like, no. Never even crossed my mind. I mean, listen, for that handful of people that are, more power to you. I like I said, I feel like that market's not as big as maybe NECA is thinking, but they're just trying to hedge the bets. And again, it's you're not didn't do that much. You just repainted the mold, so it couldn't cost you that much to just take ones you already existed and just say that, just slap a new coat of paint on them.
Yeah, pretty much.
But hey, if you are about that poster homage, get you $42, July 25. Expect to pay more.
Ooh, now keeping with NECA, we got art. We got art from Terrifier. I know people been wanting this. Been wanting this for a long time. We've been asking NECA to pick up this license. I kind of never thought they would, but I guess I'll just shut the fuck up.
I mean, it looks good, especially
Yeah.
for like the way they kind of the outfit looks when it's supposed to kind of be soft goods, supposed to be like a onesie.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
yeah, I think it looks good.
Are
I think it
you
looks
picking this
nice.
up?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Better hurry up
It's
before
because
you just end up having to buy the bloody version.
see, it's because yeah, I don't know. It's because I know Mezco's doing an art as well, but theirs is like bloody.
Well, like I said, NECA will reissue. They'll re-release this dude in a bloody version, but they at least want you to get the clean one now before you pay for a
Yeah, that's
bloody
right. Like
version.
we're gonna get Santa art. What about it? We're gonna get Santa art. Yeah, I'll probably end up just getting this
It looks like it comes with a
one.
decent amount of accessories.
Yeah, yeah. Comes with the nine tails. Comes with the little handgun. Got the hammer. The uh the the hacksaw from that infamous scene.
And a garbage bag.
Swear that's how he carries all the stuff. Yeah, I'll probably just end up passing on the Mezco and getting this one.
Yeah, I'd probably more likely I would go in on this one. This one looks like the more bang for your buck here.
Yeah.
Especially you got four face sculpts. That's not bad. Well, art will set you back 42. October of 25. Expect to pay more. Alright, so again, sticking with NECA, we've got from TMNT, Last Ronin, The Lost Years, Casey Marie, and Baby Udun and Uno.
I don't know. I don't know I kind of don't know what to say at this point.
I mean, listen, I've never gone that deep into The Last Ronin like this. I think we've talked about this in the past. Like, I think they saw the success of what The Last Ronin was, and then just like, you know what, let's just make it its own world. And it's like, I, I, I feel like it should have just been kind of a standalone and leave it ambiguous.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Instead of now we're flushing all this out and we've got new turtles. Like you're really trying to get people, try to condition people to like new turtles, and it's like no one cares. I mean, they can happen, But like it's like most people just want the main four. Like it's not. No one's ever been sitting there itching for like, man, I wish we had replacements for the original four turtles. It's not a thing.
Yeah.
No one's asking. No one ever said we needed more turtles. So it's just weird that we're really trying to like push these little baby turtles. Because didn't April O'Neil from Last Ronin come with some baby turtles as well?
Yeah, she did.
And like we're really trying to push this thing of like, hey, fall in love with these new turtles and try to forget about the originals. And it's like, no. Like no. Like I said, the Last Ronin itself as a story was fine because most people, again, it's that thing where companies try to do more thinking for you when most people kind of had the general understanding that like the Last Ronin was kind of an almost Elseworld story and it was meant to just kind of be a standalone. But then once you take away that whole element of like, oh, it was a nice little story of what could be, and then you just go there and just, like I said, leave it ambiguous. Especially once you learn the revelation that the Last Ronin is Michelangelo and the rest of the turtles are dead, it's like, okay, cool. But then like y'all want to do all this, and it's like, I don't know, is the viewer readership really that good for this that y'all are trying to like make this whole new world from the Last Ronin?
Yeah, I think the Last Ronin is one of those things where it just kind of it was just a great story. Like it was just great. Like it didn't really need to be like expanded on. Like this didn't need to be a whole universe, you know?
Yeah, like you just it kind of like loses the magic it has because now it's like, okay, when you thought the story was over, it's like, nope, we're continuing the story, and it's like, why? Like why?
Yeah, it's like a show that like kills off the main character and then oh yeah, by the way, we want to do more like seasons.
Yeah, like the main character is dead now. Like you lost the plot of why we here.
Yeah, like we no longer have the Last Ronin, but we're still making like Last Ronin books.
Yeah, we got because we're trying to birth these new turtles and make them the new turtles for a new generation. When it's like no one really asked for a new generation of turtles. They just asked to just give me the turtles that exist.
You know, like to each their own, and maybe there's people out there that still really like the Last Ronin and they dig the whole Last Ronin universe. And
See, that's the thing. Like, I don't really hear much people. I don't really hear anyone talking about the Last Ronin. Like, it's like when it happened, people were around and they talked about it because it's like, oh man, this is different. This is new. It's a wild take on TMNT, and then that was it. But then it's like once they started to branch out, it's like I feel like no one really cared because again it was an understanding that okay, this is a little kind of like little what if type situation going on here. Like it was never written in stone because the regular continuity was still the same.
yeah,
So like the fact that they came in is like okay, we're gonna expand upon this universe. It's like I guess, but like I really don't think anyone was asking for more of it like that. And like I said, it's not even a thing of oh, people want to read about how the other brothers died. Okay, you kind of threw those in there too, which is fine. But it's the fact that you're trying to push this whole like, oh, it's what you call it. It's we got these new turtles, so it's like the next generation of TMNT, and it's like I don't care.
yeah.
Oh man, I almost forgot we got the Saudi Arabia show this weekend tomorrow.
Yep.
SmackDown's in Saudi Arabia.
That's right.
That should be fun.
Yeah. I watched it. It
Gotta
was
watch.
alright.
Oh, what, you watched SmackDown already?
Yeah, yeah.
I keep forgetting. I forgot we was in Saudi Arabia, so I was just like, oh man, I'm watching SmackDown now, but I'm like, I forgot we're in Saudi Arabia, so that shit
Yeah,
came
me
on
too.
earlier.
Me too. Like I popped on Netflix because I was gonna watch something else, and then I'm like, oh shit, SmackDown live now. Like, oh, okay. I'm like, I guess I'll just watch it now then.
Goddamn Saudi Arabia. I like how they're showing Nia Jax and Tiffany. They're bodied out. They're not even in bodysuits, but they bodysuited.
Hmm.
Wearing black long sleeve sweaters. Hot ass Saudi Arabia.
Bodysuit, Queen of the Ring,
We love the
Queen
bodysuit
bodysuit.
queen of the rings. Look at all these
Gotta
women
love
coming
it.
through with long sleeve shirts on and hot ass. So, listen, you know it's got to be hot. It's been hot just here in North America. So you already know you in Saudi Arabia. It's like, oh look, Jay didn't even waste time. She already in a bodysuit, bro. Already in the bodysuit. She's like, I'm just gonna sleep in the bodysuit. I'm not waste my time.
Yeah.
Mm-mm-mm. But back to the Ronin. Yeah, like I said. Plus, also, Casey Marie is not a character I'm familiar with. So none of this really resonates with me as a TMNT fan.
Yeah.
But hey, if you're trying, $60, October of 25, expect to pay more.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is something we weren't here to talk about, but it's still available. Believe it or not, I'm surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is basically Shuma Gorath. I don't know. They're calling him Gargantos. I really don't know why. Because technically, Gargantos is a different character. Like Gargantos was in a Doctor Strange movie, and everybody thinks that was Shuma Gorath, but it wasn't. It was Gargantos. They're two separate characters, but I guess they're just calling him Gargantos here. I don't know. Whatever. Either way, he looks great.
Are you going in on this?
Oh my god, no question about it.
Also, did you see that 3-pack they got coming out soon? The Savage Land with the Rogue. What's her name? And
Yes,
Sauron.
yes, I did.
Which I'm skipping it because I don't need any of the Savage Land characters, but I am saying this is if you never got that Build a Figure Sauron, this is your second chance. Because it's literally just the same Sauron. I think they might have repainted him a bit, but that's the same Sauron from the Build a Figure. So it's like if you never got your hands on that Build a Figure, which I still think is the best big Build a Figure Marvel Legends has ever done, and now he's in a 3-pack. Get that shit. Don't waste time. Get that shit.
Yeah,
Like I said, the only reason I don't need to go in on it, I have my Sauron, and I don't need a Savage Land Rogue. I'm good.
uh, but I want the Shauna, so I
Well, I mean, yeah,
unfortunately,
definitely. If you already bought the Kazar, you definitely want the Shauna. Like I said, I feel like for me, it's not for everyone because that's unless you're trying to build you a whole little Savage Land team, then yeah, go for it. I mean, they already got the Xavier, so yeah, build the Savage Land. You're gonna need that Sauron, but like I said, this is literally just my opinion. It's the second chance. Because like I said, it's the last
yeah,
time we
it's
saw
it is.
Sauron was a build a figure, and that was over 5 years ago. So this is literally second chance that if you never got to build a figure, or if you never really wanted to pay aftermarket prices to get one, this is the second chance. So who you think's winning this King of the Ring? It'd be crazy because it's like you really gonna put Randy Orton in the main event of the King of the Ring again to lose to Cody? He lost to Gunther last year.
Uh, I no, I kind of almost think Randy Orton might take it.
I would have to imagine he does because it's like I said, he lost last year's King of the Ring final.
It's that's one of the only accolades that Randy hasn't had yet. So I think this would be like another thing he could check off his bucket list.
You know what's crazy about watching a Saudi Arabia SmackDown?
But
Straight sausage fest in that audience.
yeah,
There's so many dudes. So many dudes. Like there's some women in
real,
there, but there's so many dudes. It's a sausage fest at the Saudi shows.
real quick, the Discord it like disconnected or something for some reason. Could you just pop it back in real quick?
Yeah, hold
I don't know what happened. It just kind of closed
on.
out.
Just Corby doing some dumb shit.
Yeah, I think Randy, because I think that's one of the thank you. I think that's one of the only things he hasn't done yet. Like he's kind of done almost everything. So King of the Ring is one of the last things where he could like check it off, you know?
Yeah. Like, and again, I can't see him going to the finals back to back and losing both times. Like, come on now.
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks for Cody because you know he is endorsed. As far as CM Punk and John Cena, like the whole pipe bomb thing. I mean, I know like I said, we haven't talked about it, but it was whatever.
I kind of thought it was lame.
Like everybody's like marking out that he said Castioli and Cardona and Nick Nemeth.
I did see like an interesting theory on that, and like you have to really have your tinfoil hat on if you kind of came to this conclusion. But there's like a theory going around that like specifically the names he called out, like if you look at those names specifically, there's some significance. Like Claudio Castagnoli, like CC, like who else has initials that are CC? Colt Cabana, and then he called out Nick Nemeth and Matt Cardona, Matt and Nick.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, I don't know, like if you kind of came up with that theory, you really gotta have your tinfoil hat on. But I like it. I like it either way.
I mean, listen, I don't think it was that 4D chess of a move.
I think it's
more of just these are people I formerly have worked with who now work in other companies or not here. And that's really it. Like, you know, it's the I'm gonna shout out people who don't work here right now. I don't like. I mean, the theory you said that. I mean, hey, listen, if it makes sense, why not? Let's run with it. Let's play devil's advocate.
Yeah, like,
but I don't think it's that deep of a move.
I really don't think it is either.
Now, like, I mean, if he really wanted to like do hard body, he could have just said their names outright. But like I said, I think it's just more or less I'm saying names of people who used to work here. That's it. I'm saying the names of people who used to work here. And you know who they are. They know who they are. And that's just basically what it is. I said the names of people that used to work here. I like it. I like fucking Matt Cardona's response. He just was at a show and he's just like, "Hey Johnson, you know."
Like this is what a mark. Like he's such a mark for himself.
And like I said, it is what it is. You might as well take advantage of the situation. That's why Cardona's out there kind of making his bones, man. Like, look at it. Get the money where you can. Motherfuckers want to say your name on national TV. You might as well take advantage of it.
That's right. Yep, that's right.
Like I said, in Matt Cardona's mind, that just raises his price value for them indie shows. Like I'm talked about on mainstream TV, so you know I'm valuable. John Cena's talking about me. that's a couple extra zeros right there on that check. But yeah, this is cool. Like, I mean, they're doing the whole Gamerverse, Marvel Capcom. I mean, it's cool.
Yeah.
$70 now. That's whew.
Ain't cheap.
We getting towards Transformer territory. November of 25 or ship drop date.
Yeah. See, this is the other one I really want out of this game. You're getting the Juggernaut.
Yeah, I already pre-ordered this.
Me too. I pre-ordered them. Yeah, I'm not fucking around on this one. Yeah, just a giant Juggernaut that's like super articulated.
Now they said that he doesn't have the soft chest like the Hulk does, but he still has like a butterfly joint, which is fine. I don't need him to have soft chest.
Yeah. Yeah, this is great. Even though I think the Build-A-Figure is still really nice, like I think some people have the Select. I think that one is still really nice.
I mean, the Select is what I've been running with for years because I thought the original Marvel Legends was too small.
That's right. Like this one is kind of like the best of both worlds.
Yeah,
like,
they made him bigger.
Like he's got the size of the Select, but he's got the posability of the Build-A-Figure. So I think this one is kind of like the best of both worlds.
And we got Toe Tilt as well.
Yeah, that's wild.
So yeah, I definitely pre-ordered this one because I'm like, you know what? Right now he still looks available, but I think motherfuckers are gonna wake up and like, yo, gotta get it, and then it's be gone.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think this is one where once he sells out, he's gonna be hard to find.
So yeah, definitely one of those that like just kind of like, yeah, gotta go in on this. $65, November of 25. Transformers! Check out this guy. Alright, so we're still doing some studio series here. We're doing Transformer 1. You got yourself a deluxe class Megatron. Which I'm fine with, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not going in on anything Transformer One related. Besides, there's a better Megatron on this list that it's already been pre-ordered.
The only the only thing I'm probably gonna fuck with from Transformers One is the Arachnid. Outside of that, yeah, like I'm not really trying to go all in on like Transformers One. Hey, did you see like the sequel's not happening now?
Yeah, I heard about that.
Damn, that sucks, man. Because I feel like the second and third that's the movies that we've always been wanting. Like people have been always wanting a Transformers movie where it's all about the Cybertronian war. Like people have been wanting that, and apparently because that first Transformers one flopped so hard that now they're like any sequels are pretty much out of the question.
That's why I keep saying they need to go back to the G1 appeal, man. Stop trying to reinvent the wheel.
I guess my point in bringing that up is I'm certainly not going in on Transformers 1 figures now because we already know that that series is pretty much over, so there's not really a point in investing in it.
Hate to see it.
Except the Arachnid. I'm gonna get the Arachnid. She's like a unique character, but yeah, I can kind of pass on this. I did know about the Last Ronin video game, Daniel. Like I think they kind of revealed that it was like quite a few years ago. So I think I did know about that. Hopefully, we'll be hearing something about that game sometime soon.
$26, September of 25 for Transformer One Megatron.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with Starscream.
I mean, it's not bad, but I don't care.
No, it's not bad. Like it's fine for what it is. It's just I don't need a. I don't really need it. Like I said, I don't really need Transformers One collection. Like I said, especially when you kind of know that this series is pretty much over before it even got started.
With DOA. $26, October of 25.
Yeah, this one I probably will get. From Age of Extinction, we got the concept art KSI Widow, which I guess this was basically like a character that got cut from the movie or it got like repurposed into something else.
I mean, it's not bad, but like, you know me, you know how I feel about Bayformers, so.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. I think she looks. I think she looks kind of cool. And I know Age of Extinction. I know people kind of really hate that movie. I love that movie. So this is probably one I'll probably just for the novelty of it.
$26, October of 25. We're pretty much now done
Yeah,
with the Constructicons here, aren't we?
I think so.
'Cause I feel like after these two, it's pretty much, excuse me, it's pretty much done.
Yeah. Again, I'm kind of not going in on these.
But we've got
Like,
Studio
like for any
Series, Constructicon, Scavenger.
like for anybody that is kind of going in on these and they want to build this Devastator, I'm like you're almost done. I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
Uh, but I'm kind of good. Like I'm good with my Combiner Wars.
Yeah, like I said, I've seen like the finished combined mode of this, and it's like it's not bad, but it's too small, bro. Like I don't know how many times they can sit there and go, well, look at it standing next to this Prime, and like, bro, stop it, man. This should have. Like I would have been more. I'd have been happy if you just re-released Combiner Wars and you slightly retooled some of the pieces. Like, you could have done that. And people would have still been happy. But hey, Scavenger, 26, October of 25. And then we got Mixmaster.
Yeah.
So yeah, this pretty much completes it right here because they already dropped the other 4 pieces.
Yep.
So once you get Mixmaster, once you get Scavenger, you're pretty much done for you with your Devastator there.
Again, like I'm happy for anybody that kind of wants this and anybody kind of going in on this. Like I'm happy for you. It's just yeah, I'm good with my Combiner Wars Devastator.
Now I know Hasbro had a stream couple days back, and they were talking about the Devastator, and they were saying how there's no immediate plans for like putting this out in a box set. So it literally you're just gonna have to piece by piece them. But from the looks of things, like it's not really selling the way that first Minosaur sold. Because those pieces were kind of hard to find in certain places to get the Minosaur completed. But like I'm seeing like the Devastator, he's out there on shelves. The pieces are out there available to order. It's not really, like I said, there's no real hard come by right now. Like I said, that's why I feel like I think there are people that are gonna get it, but I don't think really anybody cares that much about it, especially if they have the Combiner War already.
See, that's the thing where probably this is the next best thing if you don't have Combiner Wars. If you don't have the Combiner Wars Devastator, then this is probably the next best thing. But, if you already have the Combiner Wars one.
Well, see, the crazy part is there's certain places the Combiner War Devi is still available. It's not like it's not the easiest thing to find, but it's not hard to come by.
For real?
Yeah, I think you might not be able to get the traditional one, but you can get the United Warriors one. That's the Takara Tomy one with a little more different paint job, but it's like it's still out there. It's not readily available, but if you check mostly major Pacific Transformer like retail sites, some of them will still have that Combiner War Devastator. Last I remember, it was still going for like $150. So it's not even like that shit's hard to come by like that. Like it's still out there for some.
Just get that one then.
That's what
That's
I would
the best one.
Like
Just
I
get
said,
that one.
I'm happy. Like I said, I feel like I don't need to upgrade because I feel like I got the better Devastator because it's more height accurate. And like I said, I did my
Yeah.
due diligence and put an upgrade kit on it, so it's now better than what it originally was. Like, do I need my Devastator to be completely cartoon accurate? Which is funny when people sit there and say that about Devastator. Like, man, I need cartoon movie accurate Devi. And it's like, bro, if you're a real fan of Transformers, you would know for a fact that Devastator has never been even accurate to itself.
Yeah.
Okay, it's never been accurate to itself. One minute he got full sunglasses visor on, next minute he took off the shades. You know what I'm saying? Like there's no consistency when it comes to a Devastator and G1 cartoons. So like to sit there and
Yeah.
nitpick like, oh, this is gonna be the official from Cartoon Accurate is like there's several episodes where there's no cartoon accuracy when it comes to Devastator.
Like sometimes he's like giant, and then other times he can fit in the back of Astro Train.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no real accuracy to what he looks like from cartoon because he didn't always look the same in the cartoon all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just like miss me with that. Okay. But Mixmaster here, he'll set you back 35 October of 25.
Uh. Yeah. Again, just same thing with same thing. Thundercracker. Just go back to everything I said about Starscream.
I mean, these are just re-releases, aren't they? Because they didn't redo these molds, did they?
No, they didn't.
Like I feel like the only thing they might have changed maybe was the look of the cockpit part, but the rest looks the same. Or they might have changed the head sculpt a little bit too, but the rest is like looks like the same body from the originals that came out years ago. And again, it's one of those things of like I don't mind this Thundercracker, but you haven't committed to any War for Cybertron like that to be like I need to get War for Cybertron, Thundercracker, and Starscream and Skywarp when you're not really going in on any other War for Cybertron characters. So why should I bother? Sure, you can sit and go, oh well,
Yeah.
we'll make you a Megatron or we'll make you a Prime from War for Cybertron, but they're like, can I get some other characters? Can I get Jetfire? Can I get Ironhide? I mean, well, I did do Ironhide. What am I saying? But it's like, really go in on it if you're going to go in on it, though. $35, October of 25. How the hell we get Juggernaut over here? Alright, so this is basically just a reissue, backed by popular demand because people wanted it. Studio Series is re-releasing their Grimlock, which is, I mean, a smart move on Hasbro because, like, you just started cranking out your G2 colors, so it's like, hey, a lot of people missed out on this Grimlock. This Grimlock came out a very, very long time ago.
Daniel, I definitely see what you're saying. You're jumping the gun, so to speak. We'll get there. Don't worry. We'll get there. We're talking about Grimlock right now. Yeah, I agree. Like, this is the best Grimlock they've ever done. This is the best Grimlock mold. that they've ever done. So I'm not surprised that they try to get it out as much times as they can.
Yeah, because like I said, it was just with one of the first ones in the Dinobots they put out. So like I said, that was a few years ago, and it's been a while since you've seen this Studio Series Grimlock. Sure, you've seen that model, that mold get repainted and comic book paint or yellow Grimlock, and like I said, just recently the G2 blue Grimlock. But like I said, for those who missed out on traditional colored Grimlock, they were shit out of luck. But once again, here's your second chance.
Yep.
So $60, September of 25. All right, so this one, yes.
Oh baby. Oh baby.
We got Studio Series Leader Class Megatron. If you went in on that Studio Series Prime, this is the complement to that. I already put my pre-order in for this.
Same.
And it's cool, like it's a tank. Again, you can't make him a gun. It is what it is. I'm not gonna sit here and harp on it. I'm just glad that they engineered him in a way that he still looks like Megatron is a gun, but transforms into a tank. So that was my main concern about doing a Studio Series Megatron. If they were going to keep true to the, oh, he looks like this in the movie, but we don't want him to have the burden of having, like, fucking tank treads hanging off his back like other Megatrons in previous years. So like I'm glad that they figured out that engineering to hide the treads so he has the clean back. Like I said, I'm gonna get it just because it looks like a G1 Megatron. Plus, for anybody who's like kind of hung up on the he doesn't transform into a gun, you at least get a mini gun so you can have the illusion that he could transform into a mini gun, and other transformers can hold him. So you at least have that little bit of solace that you can rest your hat on. Me personally, him being a tank is not a big deal to me because I would never keep him in tank mode anyway.
That's right. And the thing is, like again, like Daniel's kind of mentioning, like, like I know a lot of people get mad that he's not a gun, but they even talked about it on the stream, and they can't do it. Like they legally they can't do it. Like it's not gonna happen. So you have to kind of, like, I think this is the best they possibly could have done, because like you said, like they engineered him in a way that at least when he's in robot mode, he doesn't look like a tank. And they give you the miniature version of the gun, so if you want to have other people holding it, you can. Like I think this is as best as we're
Yeah,
gonna
this is
get.
this is
Like
the
I
this is
think,
the most this is the most happiest medium you're gonna get. I would
yeah,
rather him look more like Megatron from the movie and not be a gun than be a gun and he can't be a gun, or like he wouldn't look like the
that's right.
movie, or like I said, the tank, him being a tank is like, oh, you might say, oh, that sucks, but okay, it would only suck if he had large pieces of tank hanging off of him, which have happened
Yes,
in previous
Combiner
Megatrons we've
Wars.
received.
Yep,
So, like I said, the fact that they took their time to engineer him enough that the tank is not even a factor on his appearance, and it still gives you the illusion that he transforms into a gun. Like I said, he looks like he did in the movie. So, like I said, it's one of those things where you're just gonna have to suspend your disbelief. And like I said, for me, it's not a deal breaker. As long as he looks good up against Studio Series Prime, that's all that matters. And I don't need him to be a gun to do that.
yeah, yeah. I totally agree with everything you're saying. Like I said, I think this is just the best case scenario. Like
Yeah.
like again, like they've been saying for years, transforming into a gun is never gonna happen. Like it's never gonna be an option. And they said if at some point it ends up being something where they can do it, they'll do it. But just right now, there's no way they can do it. Like it's not even a thing of they don't want to do it. It's just they can't. So gotta just kind of
Also, real
gotta just
Transformer
kind of
fans already know that if you were that desperate to have a Megatron that transforms into a gun and you don't own a masterpiece Megatron, then you're just crying out loud to get attention. Because real ones
yeah.
would have already had, even if you didn't buy the masterpiece, you get third party Megatron that transforms into a gun. Like if you were really that hard up, desperate that you need a Megatron and he turns into a gun, it's already been done. Like I said, Masterpiece
That's
gave it to
right.
you, and they had to literally. The only reason they were allowed to do so is because it's not made in the U.S. of A.
Yeah.
And even when they shipped it, they had to put an orange cap on the barrel. Just to reiterate that, like, that was the only way they were going to be allowed to ship it out into other countries. They had to put a big orange barrel on it. Big cork, orange cork, which, once again, to Takara Tomi's credit, and again, it just shows how smart or how people need to like use kind of the common sense. Like Takara knew people wanted that masterpiece Megatron because it was a gun, and the people knew
Yeah.
that shit looked goofy with the orange peg on it. So what did Takara Tomy do? They made it so that orange peg is not glued in. Once it gets in your home, like I said, you do what you want. Every motherfucker popped off that yellow cork, that orange cork that was on the barrel. Which
Yeah.
technically they were supposed to glue it in, but they didn't glue it in because they knew. They knew. We're
That's
not
right.
gonna mess up our figure by gluing this piece on that we know everyone's gonna take it off. And everyone did, including myself. Because if not, he'd have some big orange peg sticking out the barrel right now. But the Karatomi knew they're going to take that out because it messes up the look of the gun and the rest of Megatron, period. But like I said, if you're really
Yeah.
that desperate to have yourself a Megatron that turns into a gun, why don't you own the masterpiece already?
Plus, like there was like a third party one that just dropped that looks very close to this that transforms into a gun. But the only thing is he's too small. Like he's smaller than the Prime. So like if you really needed the gun that badly, then get that one. But then just know that like
Yeah.
he's gonna be
But like I said, all the
significantly
third
smaller than the
party
Prime.
offerings for Megatron that have existed all transformed into a gun.
Yeah.
And to be fair, a lot of those are very hard to come by too because there's not many Megatrons that turn into the classic gun outside of the third parties who done it. And like I said, Masterpiece did it themselves. So like I said, anyone who is actually desperate for a Megatron into a gun, why don't you own the Masterpiece already? Oh, Zelina Vega in a bodysuit. Let's go bodysuit.
Mm-hmm.
Bodysuit. She's dressed like a cobra in the bodysuit.
Yeah.
I love how we are defending the Women's United States Championship in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah. Like like of all the titles, right?
Like, this would be the show you defend the Intercontinental title. But we're defending the Women's United States title in a bodysuit.
Yeah.
But yeah, this
I guess
Megatron is definitely a pickup. I already pre-ordered. And again,
me
like I
too.
said, I'm not worried about the tank mode. The tank mode doesn't affect me. In fact, like I said, I am happy that they engineered it so you don't see the tank.
Yeah, because if you look at him in robot mode, like he looks perfect. Like
Yeah, you don't see no
You
tire
can't tell he's a
treads.
tank.
You don't see any part on him that makes him look like he is a tank. It looks like Megatron would transform into a gun, but he doesn't.
Yeah, and like let's be real. Like I think most of us are gonna have him in robot mode anyway. So
Yeah, because again, if I was really that desperate for a gun Megatron, I just go over there and transform my masterpiece Megatron right now because I can.
that's right. There you go.
And if that's not good enough, I got a third party one too named the Apollyon, who also transforms into a gun.
And he comes with the sword. That's pretty cool.
I'm surprised they didn't give him the Energon mace. They just kind of gave him the bootleg lightsaber.
Yeah, because he uses in the movie when he fights Prime, like he uses the
Yeah, I
mace.
know he uses the sword, but I'm just still surprised because like even Studio Series Prime got the axe.
Yeah, that's why I'm surprised we didn't get the mace with this one. But I'll take the I'll take the sword.
But
Sword
like I
still
said,
looks fine.
nevertheless, it's probably the best Megatron you're gonna get in a chug scale. It's gonna be the best Megatron
Yeah,
you're gonna
no
get in
doubt
chug
about it.
scale.
No doubt about it. Like no doubt about it.
Like
Like I don't see how
where
they could do one better
Earthrise
than
and
this.
Siege kind of set the benchmark for better looking Megatrons. Here's the finished product, the Studio Series.
Yeah,
Because they had to be looking at those Earthrise and Kingdom Megatrons because they all had the same affliction of you're a tank, and there's no way to hide the fact you're a tank. You're just now stuck with like an extra backpack.
yeah,
But it's like, how do we make him look like old school Megatron without looking like a tank? Where do we put the treads? And apparently, I think it's all. I think it's all in the leg work. I think it's how like it's all in the legs. So it's like, hey man, whoever did that engineering, smart on you, bro. Big ups.
yeah. They must have got Cyclonus guy on this one.
They might have called Cyclones guys like,
Yeah,
listen, we need a
they must
miracle.
have. Yeah, we need this Megatron to. We need this Megatron to knock people's socks off, just like that Cyclonus. He's like, okay. He's like,
He's
say
like, okay,
less.
I need you to make him look like he doesn't transform into a tank,
Yeah.
even though he will transform into a tank. But I need him to look like he won't. Cyclonus guy's like, man, you asking all of me, aren't you? Like we need you. If we show off and he's got a backpack on of tank treads, they'll eat us alive. Cyclonus
Yeah.
guy. Megatron will set you back 60, which I'm kind of surprised that he's not more. Because Prime went for like 90.
Maybe because Prime had the trailer.
I mean, possible.
Maybe I don't know. Oh, because I think if I'm not mistaken, I think Prime wasn't Prime marketed as a command class
I
because
think he
of the
was.
trailer. Like even yeah, like I think even though the Prime is only leader class, I think they sold him as a command class because he came with the trailer. So I think that's the difference.
But like this Megatron's a little bigger in height than Prime is. But I'm like, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'll pay 60 for it. Especially
Yeah.
seeing as how like Ultra Magnus is re-released and he too is $90.
Like Hasbro's watching and they're like, "Oh shit, they don't like the $60 price point. All right, add another $20 to it."
No, take off less money.
Yeah, Go Hasbro.
Because I mean, like I said, but then it asks us it kind of brings up a serious question in like, how do you then quantify what's considered a leader, what's considered a commander? Is just that the amount of extra accessories we come with? Because it's definitely not height, because this Megatron is bigger than the Studio Series Prime.
See, I'm starting to look at it where it's not so much the size of the figure, but it's like now it seems more like it's the size of the box, because now it's like they'll
Yeah,
give
but I'm
you
saying, but what
they'll give
makes it
you
the
two.
size of the box? It's gonna be the
I
figure.
don't know, because now they'll sell you two Voyagers, and they'll put two Voyagers in a box and be like, here's your command class, and it's just two Voyagers in one box, and they'll be like, this is the command class offering.
Look
So
at
I really don't know now.
Oh man, look at Julia over here in this bodysuit. This is sad.
Mm, yep,
Breaks my heart.
sad to see.
Plus, she's wearing like bodysuit pants and not like tights. So she's got that ricochet flare going on in the bottom, which I hate. That people who wear those kind of pants in the wrestling ring, it's disgusting.
Yeah, those pants are awful.
But we
Like
got
I'm glad Ricochet went back to like just the trunks.
some bodysuit Julia said. Alright, from Yellow
Ooh,
Park,
alright.
we've got
This is nice.
Transformers, Bumblebee, Soundwave, Advanced Model Kit Pro. So you get a Soundwave and a Ravage. Pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
You
it
know,
is
Ravage
considered a
is
model
probably
kit, so you will have to put it together yourself.
yeah, like Ravage is probably like the when most people think of like the cassettes, they probably think of Ravage is probably the first one they think of. Maybe Laserbeak, but probably Ravage. So if Jimmy was here, he would offer to put buy this for us and put it together for us. He's nice like that.
That's what friends are for.
That's right. He's nice like that.
To put it together your model kits. What's the scale on this? 7 inches. God dang, that's kind of tiny. I thought this was bigger than that. I thought this was at least like a 10 to 12 incher here. Not a 7 incher.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, I think they forewent the purple blaster because that's why they gave you the gun that looks like Megatron as a gun. So it's like that's your compromise. And they like we'll give you the Energon sword, but you don't get the purple blaster because you're gonna get Megatron holding he'll hold himself. He'll hold himself. So that's why you don't have that purple gun. $100, August of 25. Expect to pay more.
Whoa! All right, we got a quarter scale Batman from the Batman movie.
From NECA.
Tim, yeah, the Tim Burton one. It's kind of nice. Uh, like I'm gonna be honest, I'm not touching anything that's quarter scale.
I didn't even realize it was quarter scale. I was just like, oh shit, NECA's doing this?
Yeah.
I mean, it looks good. Like quarter that scale ain't going with nothing that I own, or at least that don't transform. 150 October of 25. Expect to pay more.
There you go. If you're getting the Batman and you're thinking, I haven't spent enough money yet. You get the Penguin too.
Or maybe you're just like, hey, I need more Danny DeVito representation in my home. You say, I will take this Oswald Cobblepot Penguin figure. You know what would be perfect for this scale of a figure? And it would actually kind of work if the scale, you need a Giganta.
See, like that's where I've never understood these companies that make quarter scale figures. Like I've never understood how they haven't cracked that code to where it's like make make characters that are supposed to be gigantic, and then 1/12 collectors will buy them as well. Like it baffles me how they haven't cracked that code. Like I don't understand where like Hot Toys has never kind of been like, hey, you know what? Like we should make like a giant man. Like I don't know, it's just crazy to me.
And like, you don't even really have to make it giant, like in the way of like, I guess like the HasLab, but it's like these are like 18 inches. Like if you had a Giganta and an 18-inch, that would be perfect with your McFarlane or your
Yeah, like that's what
DC
I mean. Like I
collectibles.
or like like make like a Sentinel, like anything. Like I just it's always kind of baffled me that these companies have never kind of they've never kind of cracked that
I
code
don't
and
even
been
think
like,
it's a
hey, like
code
let's
crack. I think it's more just a thing of the companies ain't giving them the license because then they know how much money they would probably be asked out of if someone made it
yeah,
readily available for people. Because let's
I
be real, if
guess
they
I
made
guess
like a Sentinel, that would cut a lot of money from Hasbro to sell their Sentinel.
yeah, yeah, you're right.
Like I think, like I said, oh, that was about to look nasty. God damn, Julia, what are you doing?
That Spanish fly.
Yeah, off the top.
Yeah, yeah. I already knew it. I already knew what you were talking about. It looks like she tried to hit a Spanish fly, but then she couldn't get her all the way over.
But yeah, I think it's more or less probably those reasons than any reasons, because it's like, yeah, if someone else just went along and made a giant man. I mean, look what happened with the Unicron. When a third
Yeah,
party went out of their way and made a Unicron in the midst of the HasLab Unicron, they quick fast put the cease and desist because it was undercutting, it was undermining their project.
yeah.
So they had to cease and desist, and then the company had to sit there and do all that crazy loopholing to sell it. That it pretend like it didn't have a head. Oh, we got a new United States champion? What? Damn. Okay, well, so much for that.
Just like that.
So much for Zelina Vega.
You know, she had her time.
Celebrating in the bodysuit.
It's just like, see, that's what I mean. Like, just think, like, anytime you want to go back and look at Julia's first title win on the main roster, you're always gonna it's gonna always be her in a bodysuit. Like, it's always the visual you're gonna see.
$150, October of 25. Expect to pay more.
Ooh. All right, we're getting Arkham Knight Batman. This is very cool. I've always kind of liked the Arkham Batman. I've always liked the more like armored look. So this is very nice.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's just again, it's not a scale I mess with. It's just not a scale I personally mess with, but I can still appreciate that it looks very nice. If Jimmy was here, he'd probably say he's not going in on this, but then he'd probably he'd be like, "Oh yeah, I'm not getting this."
Also 150, October of 25. Expect to pay more. Why are we making another I Know What You Did Last Summer movie?
I guess because just like legacy sequels are the new trend.
Because that's exactly what I wanted. A not young Jennifer Love Hewitt. and an old ass Freddie Prinze Jr.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, them tits are still big, but they sagging now, sir.
Oof. All right, from Mayfex. We getting the Terminator 2 T1000. Very nice. Very nice. Uh yeah, I'm kind of good on this though. Too rich for my blood.
Yeah.
Like the one NECA did is just fine.
So he just comes with like a separate torso.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's as close as you're gonna get to Robert Patrick. So
Yeah, probably.
135, 1350 deposit, April of 26, but expect to pay more.
Hot damn! Now you getting a 2-pack. You getting the T800 and John Connor in a 2-pack.
Yeah, because no one was gonna buy John Connor on his own, so might as well pack him in there with an Arnold.
That's what NECA said for years. That's why they said they never make a John Connor, because they said nobody would buy it, and then they eventually made it, and that figure sold out and became very hard to get. So I don't know. I kind of wonder if Mayfex is doing a disservice here. Like I kind of wonder, should they have just put the John Connor on his own? But yeah, again, looks nice. Just pricey for me. Like my Terminator, my NECA Terminator figures are just fine.
Yeah. 210 with a 21 deposit, also April of 26.
Okay, we getting from 3-0, we getting another Iron Man. It's from Iron Man 2. I don't know. It's just a silver Iron Man. I don't know what else to say about it.
Wow. Surprised they showed that clip of Wade Barrett winning in 2015, beating Pac. I mean, it's cool. It's just a silver Iron Man suit. Not really much to it.
Yeah.
Set you back $120, fourth quarter of 25.
Ooh, this one's kind of nice.
Yes.
From Hot Toys, we're getting a Nightfall Batman.
Which I'm surprised, kind of, from Hot Toys, but this should look good.
Yeah.
I mean, Azrael Batman, that's pretty nice. And it looks like the cape is posable and everything too.
Yeah, it looks good.
$300 with a $30 deposit, December of 26. So if you're down with the Nightfall Batman, and you like Hot Toys, you're in luck.
Jimmy's probably getting this.
I wouldn't blame him. This shit is nice.
He's balling like that.
He's balling like this bodysuit on Jay Cargill.
Yeah.
But that will do it here for Fake News. Alright, so this past week, Ironheart made their premiere on Disney Plus. And kind of not surprising, you get the 3 episodes in a row now. Unlike Andor, where 3 episodes were an actual arc, this is just them getting this shit out of here because they clearly have no confidence in this show. And I don't blame them because this show is not good. Well, I would say it's not good,
show,
but it's good because it reinforces something that most comic book fans have already known and have told everybody from day one, that the character that was created by Bendis, no one likes Riri Williams. She's an arrogant asshole by her character's own design. It's not something people dubbed her or gave her. It's how they wrote Riri. She's an asshole. Self-important, narcissistic asshole. And no one has ever liked Riri. And rightfully so. And this show reinforces that Riri Williams is nothing but a pretender. Nothing but a pretender. Literally an Iron Man in a shell. She wants to be an actual, like an Iron Man. She's just living in a shell, but she's pretending. Like a Transformer. She's pretending. Disguised as an Iron Man, but inside is just a narcissistic asshole. I mean, we start the show off with her with like a flashback of something, and it's like, oh, she's like, I'm gonna be bigger than Bill Gates, I'm gonna be bigger than Jobs, I'm gonna be bigger than Pym, I'm gonna be bigger than Stark. But then it's like her whole motivation through these 3 episodes is, I need money so that I can build the best Iron Man suit ever and get respect from random people, and to change and to be undeniable with her suit, which is crazy. Because it's like, so you need money to do this when let's all go back to the same thing that a lot of people go to. Obadiah said it. Tony Stark built an arc reactor in a cave with scraps. Tony Stark built an arc reactor in a cave with scraps. And Riri's whole narrative is, for me to build the best Iron Man suit, I need money. And my question is, if you're that smart, why do you need all this money to build a better suit when Tony Stark can build an arc reactor in a cave with scraps? Then that it almost seems like you're not that smart.
It's just because, like, that's the thing. Like, that's part of the development, is that, like, she wants to be better than all these people. But the reality is that I guess she's just not. Like, so the whole thing is basically she wants first responders to all have Iron Man suits. Like, she wants to build the best possible Iron Man suit for first responders.
Yeah,
so that's
and I mean,
like,
that's a noble thing to say and to want to do, but it's like, Tony Stark tried that too, and it turned into Ultron. Because he had
But
that
I think
same
that's
initiative where he wanted to armor the world. But it's just like, but like even with Tony's money, like Tony's money didn't make Tony Stark. Tony Stark was always gonna be Tony Stark. He just had money to facilitate what he wanted to do. But it wasn't that Tony needed money. Like her motivations is like you're supposed to be the hero in this show, but everything about you is a villain. Like you're sitting
because
there
she's flawed.
I mean, she's flawed, but she's not. But she takes no real responsibility for her own flaws. That's what I'm saying. Like she goes, so she's in MIT. She's in the best school for the best, brightest minds. She's over there selling projects to other students. So she's plagiarizing. Like she gets to a point where she's having a sit down with the head administrators, and they even say like, listen, we gave you a lot of leeway because you know you're whatever, you're smart, you're this, you're that, and then she tries to go into this whole diatribe of y'all want me to be normal, y'all want me to be average and shit, and even like this is the only one time in the whole show that someone kind of calls her out on the bullshit. Cause she's like, the teacher's even like, that's bullshit. Cause no one ever told you to be small. No one ever told you to do less. We've given you everything, and you've done nothing with it. You're trying to sit there and act like we holding you back when no one told you to hold back. No one told you to stay in a corner. It's just like her origins in the comics where no one ever discouraged Riri. She needed someone to tell her that you can't do it, so that would give her the motivation. But the problem was there was no one around her to tell her that because they didn't believe that because they knew she was smart. Riri's whole concept is she wants to be oppressed. She wants to be a victim. Where it's like no one ever tried to victimize you, Riri. You came in the thing saying you were gonna build shit better than Tony Stark, and your teacher was like, yeah, yes you can. You can do it. And then you got mad because she told you, hey, you can do it. That was her whole motivation. She literally had to force the teacher to tell the teacher. She forced the teacher to tell her that you can't do it like Tony does it. So she could get motivated. Like if you need to be feeling like oppressed to get motivated, then maybe you're not as smart as you think you are.
Maybe, but see, I think that's what makes her such a great character is that she has flaws. Like she's not Tony Stark. Like she's not the perfect character. Like she's not the perfect superhero.
Yeah, but Tony wasn't
She's not
perfect either.
the
Tony wasn't perfect either. I'm just saying, like
like I think it.
she's just like her character just comes off as very arrogant. And if I'm supposed to take her as she's supposed, like, granted, I get it, she's learning from this experience, but it's like you've already done superhero type shit in this MCU that for you to now just literally turn to crime is kind of crazy. Especially with all
Well,
the
because
shit you did in Black Panther and Wakanda Forever, it's like you've already kind of tasted that like superhero lifestyle, and you should have an idea of what is right and what is wrong. But here you are just stealing because again, I need money.
but because in her mind, what she's doing is right. Because in her mind, she's like, hey, I just need to get this money. Like if I can just get this money, I can do so much for the
Yeah, but I'm
world.
saying, but
I
like,
could make
but
the world a better
justifying committing
place.
the crime, like, okay, I could almost say if you were in the mindset of we're doing this like Robin Hood thing of stealing from the rich, giving to the poor, I could say you could delude yourself a cope and do the dirty deeds because you think you're doing it for a greater good. But when it gets to the point when they did that first heist, and old boy in the hood shoots at the guard and like he didn't kill him, but he shot him. You would think as Riri be like, okay, that's a little much because you just shot a man.
But
So
she
like,
did. She did. I think that's why she's like that's why she's like in the next episode, we see like she's trying to further investigate the hood because she's like, okay, well, something's not right with this guy. Like, how is he able to do all this stuff?
Yeah, but I mean, she's not. But her mindset is not even a thing of she's doing it because like yes, it took her AI to sit there and go, hey, this dude's kind of sus. Like you needed the AI to tell you this dude was sus, but it's like you're not really checking him because he's sus. You just want to check him because of the hood. You just want to see what's in
Exactly.
the hood. But I mean, but it's still a thing of like, okay, at what point do you like, okay, like this may not have been the right move. Maybe I might want to take a step back, especially when you get to the part where old boy gets bodied and the cops come to ask her questions, which is kind of funny. It's like, hold on, so dude got shot, didn't get killed. Riri was out there kind of showing her face, and nobody had nothing to say about that. Like the police didn't make he didn't make a report about chick in an Iron Man suit was like doing some shit and I got shot.
Well,
Like
they,
I
they
feel
don't
like
know
that's
it's
something
her,
you
right?
wouldn't forget, even if you didn't see her face. It's like somebody in an Iron Man suit in
Like, see, like
Chicago who was literally
it's
seen
hard
by
to
other
say
people in
because
Chicago flying around in an Iron Man suit.
it's hard to say because it's like I don't know, like maybe that's a plot point that's gonna come up later.
But I would
But
figure it
it's
would have
me,
came up
I
when the
me
cops showed up to her house.
because they weren't really interested in the Iron Man suit. They're more like they're more trying to figure out like who bodied Homeboy. What was Rampage?
Rampage.
Rampage.
But I
And
just
like I
think
think
like
that's
this.
the
I just
thing.
think
Like I
some of
think
the plot points is kind of weird. Didn't she like she's kind of killing people where she left that dude to suffocate and die? Like I understand why, but again, like you're supposed to be the hero here.
that's the thing is like yeah, you're right. She's supposed to be the hero, but she's young. She's making a lot of mistakes. Like she's not Tony Stark. Like she's not Captain America. Like she's still learning. She's still coming into it. Like she's still making a lot of mistakes and she's developing. And like that's the thing. Like right now she's focused on not necessarily doing the right thing, but she's just focused
But that's the
on
thing. She's
in
not
her
even
mind.
her motivations is to future do the right thing, but her motivations to
That's
get to
right.
that point is all selfish.
That's right. But in
So like,
turn,
how does
that's
that
what
make her a
makes
good
her.
person? She's just being
It
selfish,
doesn't.
and then she thinks she's doing
It
people a
doesn't.
favor by be like, I'm not gonna talk, I'm not gonna talk bad of Tony Stark, but it's like, but yet you're trying to go out of your way to take what he already did and just try to make it better. When it's like, okay, just acknowledge it. Don't act like you out here reinventing the wheel. You're just making an Iron Man suit, which has
But
been
she's
established
basically
in this show and others that you're not the only person out here making Iron Man suits. Ever since Iron Man came about in the MCU, everyone's been trying to make an Iron Man suit.
yeah, but she wants to make the best suit. That's the thing. So when you're saying like she's not a good person, you're right, she's not a good person. But that's the point. She's not supposed to be a good person.
Yeah, but I mean, her being a
She's
superhero
a
is the reason why Riri never did well as a comic, and how she's not getting really over with people about this show because her character is so off-putting as someone. Like, even if you're flawed as a superhero, the fact that it's just like she's so arrogant, like she's just supposed to be good, and it's like, but you're not. And like you take no accountability for the like there's no real like lesson to be learned. Like she did the thing and got kicked out of school. Like that's about it. But then the other thing is like your moms ain't got nothing to say with you, that you out here just like plagiarizing in school and shit. Like these are things where you would think some form of a punishment or repercussion would come about it because what you did was wrong. I just
but
feel
yeah,
like
you're right. You're right.
she just runs around with no like I said, like she already kind of did something that, well, we get to the part of her meeting Obadiah Stane's son,
Hmm.
and like she borrows one of his tech for this next job, and like and then he asks her like, make sure you don't fuck around and get this shit fucked up and then have it come back to me. And clearly that's kind of what's going to happen next, because the item she took, she left it back behind with the dude she left to die.
Or maybe she left it so he could escape.
No,
See, like that's the
but
thing.
I'm
Like
saying, but she
it's
left it because he didn't know she had it. He doesn't know what her tech is. No one knew she had it on her because she was wearing it to block the sensors so she could try to steal a piece from the hood. So that argument would be debunked. He just stumbled on her and saw she had a piece of the hood. That's why they started fighting in the first place.
or yeah, or like she,
So either way, he
or
was
yeah,
gonna
like she lost
drop
it.
dime on her at any point after that fact if he didn't kill her. But she left him in there to die, and also leaving that piece that would probably find a way back to getting back to Obadiah's son, Ezekiel, whatever his name was.
Like I said, I
So
think
she's
that's the
already, like
point.
I
Like
said, like you're potentially making another villain because you couldn't even like be smart and do your thing. Whereas like maybe you shouldn't have been trying to do this heist anyway. If you knew the hood was shady, you'd be more likely to just maybe reach out to somebody and be like, yo, this dude is shady and he's got some weird thing. It's not like she's not aware of other superheroes. She could try to reach out to someone. You mean to tell me Sherry ain't leave you a little number like, hey, if you ever need something, holla at your girl? Nothing? Nobody. That's the shit that kills me about this MCU sometimes, is that niggas don't make phone calls around here. You already
well,
know
because
you
she
out of your
wants to.
depth
I don't know.
as an up and coming, just because you did a little bit in Wakanda, and like I said, you like even like in the beginning when she gets kicked out of school, she's like, oh, I'm gonna take the suit with me because I built it. And then like she just like, yeah, you built it, but it's like the school paid for it. That's why when it got
No,
out of range, it shut it down on her ass,
no,
because it's
because
like this
she
technically ain't
paid.
your suit.
She paid for that herself. Like she paid for that with her grant money. So technically, that's hers. Like she said that she's like, well, this suit is mine. Like I paid for it. I paid for it with my money.
Yeah, but they shut it down though.
Doesn't matter. Like it was her property.
I mean, yeah, she kept the suit part, but the tech part she had to redo herself. Like the tech that was in it was tech from the school, and when it got out of range, it was just like, pip, pip, you're done with it. That's why she crashed.
Yeah, that's right.
That's what I'm saying. Like, technically, it's the school suit as well because, like I said, you were running off their tech. That's why they shut. That's why you got shut down and you fell because the shit got literally
I
shut down.
guess.
Like, yeah, you might have built it, paid for it, but it's like it's I'm pretty sure the school would make an argument that that shit's theirs.
I guess it's like like if you go to like McDonald's and you connect to their Wi-Fi, then you're absolutely you're using their service, you're using their Wi-Fi, but once you leave the McDonald's,
Yeah, you're
your
back.
your
You're back
phone.
on your shit. You lose their Wi-Fi. You lose their access.
That's right. So the suit itself is hers. She's just like she's not connected to their system anymore. But I think the physical suit I think is still very much hers. Like I said, I think it's just a thing where I think we're supposed to feel that like yeah, like she's not she's not she's not the she's not the perfect hero. Like she's making a lot of mistakes. She's still young. Like she's coming into it. She's
See, that's the
making a
thing,
lot
man.
of
I don't even
mistakes.
have a problem with her not being perfect and making mistakes. The problem I have with Riri Williams is the same problem people had about her in the comics. She's arrogant. She takes no real accountability for her fuck ups. She just thinks, well, like it is what it is, and I'll move on to the next thing, and I'll just solve it because I'm smart. And like, okay, you could, but at the same time, like, you're not learning anything because you're not taking any real accountability for what you just done. It's only at the end of the third episode that she's actually kind of feeling some type of way because she knows she actually fucked up.
That's right. Like that's the TSN turning point. Where now we're seeing it. Now she realizes that like, oh, now I really fucked up. Like this is the point where now she's like, oh man, I can't just think my way out of everything. I can't just sass my way out of everything. Like now she knows she fucked up.
Yeah,
Me,
I'm
I'm gonna
hoping she learns from it in the next episodes, like actually some growth. But I'm not gonna stay. I'm not gonna hold my breath on it because like I said, Riri, she just I don't know. She just the way they write her is just like she's never been. Excuse me. She's just never been charismatic. She's just always been abrasive as a character for no reason. That's the crazier part. It's for no reason.
I don't know like that. I can't really comment on. I haven't read a lot of Riri books. Like if I have, they've probably mostly been teen books. But I don't know. Like I'm liking the show so far. I think the show's been great. I like that. I like that this is really kind of. I like that this is really kind of opening the door for like what we're gonna see like after the multiverse phase. Like there's supposed to be a big focus on like the mystical, like the supernatural stuff. So I like that this is kind of opening the door to that. Like so far, I've been enjoying the Hood
Yeah,
as a
that's another
villain.
thing
Like I
though.
think he's been really great.
It's crazy that we backdooring Mephisto through Ironheart. That's like I mean the Hood as a character. It is what it is because it's like the person who's rocking the Hood now. I don't care for that dude as an actor. Like I didn't care for him in Transformers. I think he just seems kind of meek to me. Like he doesn't come off hard or dangerous. But I'm only saying that as an actor, not the character itself. Like the character itself, it's whatever. Like it's the Hood that makes you the badass anyway. It's the actual garment.
Yeah,
The
yeah.
person's irrelevant. Anybody could be in that as long as you got the Hood on. The Hood will do the rest. But the fact that we're backdooring Mephisto for it is kind of crazy.
I think it's great. I think it's like I don't know. I just think the show's been good so far. I'm excited to see like this is the first time in a long time where I've watched a Marvel show and I'm actually excited for the next episode. Like I'm actually excited to see what happens next. Like this is the
I'm a little
first time
opposite.
I've
Like I'm still watching. I'll be optimistic. Like I enjoyed Endor more than I'm enjoying this.
see like I'm totally the opposite. Like so far I'm like in this like Endor I thought was good, but Endor to me I just thought it was like it was good. It was there. But this is the first time in a long time I've watched a Disney Plus. I've watched something on Disney Plus where I'm like, oh man, I maybe actually since Daredevil, so maybe not that long, but where
Nah, Daredevil was
I'm
definitely
actually
better
looking
than
forward.
this. Daredevil was definitely better
I'm
than this.
actually like I'm looking forward to see what happens next. Like I can't wait till next week. Like Endor, the 3 episodes, like it killed me. Like it was like tough for me to get through.
Nah,
Like
I would say it's the opposite. Like I think the 3 arcs were good because it's like because of the pacing that it set was like every arc was a year later, building up to the Battle of Yavin and New Hope. And I think like at first, like if you didn't pay attention, you miss a lot because there is a lot of dialogue in Endor too. But it's such good dialogue though, and it's just that real
yeah,
sense
it
of
is.
like you get the Gorman massacre, which they kind of retconned because there was already a Gorman massacre before the massacre that they did in Endor because it was the Tarkin massacre that happened in
Well,
Gorman.
I think there was two. I think there was a Gorman massacre, and then there was a Gorman genocide. Like I
Well,
think
the
there was
Gorman
they're two
massacre
separate
was
things.
originally the thing that Tarkin did, which was he landed a cruiser on a bunch of unarmed Gormans. That was the original massacre. But then they
Yeah.
retconned it for the Endor show, so that still happens. But then they also do the genocide that happened in Endor. So
Yeah.
both things are now official canon. Like they said, the Tarkin massacre happened to Gorman, and then the genocide happened to Gorman because because the Empire needed the Calcite in their planet for the reactor lenses for the Death
Yeah.
Star.
Like
So
I would say my only real issue I would say with Ironheart, and like I said, I'm liking this show for what it is I just don't think she's an interesting enough character to carry her own show. Like
and
that's
that's the
my
thing.
only
That's the big
complaint.
problem because her personality is she's such a narcissist that it makes it even harder for you to be like, man, I can relate or I can empathize with her. But like she goes out of her way to just be like, I'm better than everybody. But it's like but you seem to be fucking up. Whereas the people who you claim to want to be better than did better than you with less and less people behind them giving them the propping them up, and you still out here just being reckless. Like you was in here, you at MIT, you not doing what you need to do to graduate when you should have graduated, and then you out here doing this whole plagiarizing, where you're out here giving out tech to other people as and if faking it as it's their own. So it's like,
See, like
what are you doing?
I don't even mind her so much as a character. It's just I'd rather be watching like to me she would work so much better as part of the Young Avengers.
I think so, maybe two, but like I said, this TV show was in development health for like what 2 3 years.
Yeah.
So like I said, this is a situation where they're just trying to get it out to get it out. That's why, like I said,
Like
next week is going to be 3 episodes as well. So they're trying to get it
like
out.
it's the same thing with Kamala Khan. Like I like Kamala Khan. I just don't think she's interesting enough to hold her own show. But like if you put Kamala Khan in like the Champions or like the Young Avengers, like okay, I'm having a good time. I'm having a good time with that because
Yeah, I
I
might agree
like
with you on
Kamala
that because
Khan.
I mean the Marvels, she wasn't as annoying in the Marvels as she was in the Miss
Yeah,
Marvel
yeah.
show.
Like I think it's just not every character is strong enough to have their own franchise. Like some characters are just gonna work better on a team, you know?
Yeah, it's kind of like Peacemaker, where it's like Peacemaker, he's weird that he got his own standalone, but then they add in all those other like really low tier characters like Vigilante, and it's like okay,
Yeah,
this makes sense because ain't nobody giving a fuck about a standalone Vigilante. But if you put him in with a Peacemaker who's also kind of a low tier character himself, it almost like bumps up the grade collectively.
yep, that's right.
You know what I'm
Like
saying? Like
that,
it's like
that
it's saying like if you got two D students together they make a C.
that's right. Yeah. Like I think like that's what I mean. Like I think like you said, Kamala Khan was a lot better in the Marvels than in her own show because I think some characters they just work better as a team. That's why I feel like I'd rather just be building towards. I don't know. Again, I don't know if they're going to call them the Young Avengers or if they're just going to call them the Champions. But I'd rather be building towards that. Like we already have a lot of pieces of the puzzle. Like it's same thing with Hawkeye. Like Kate Bishop was fine. It's just I don't think Hawkeye's interesting enough for his
Yeah, well,
own
I mean,
show.
Hawkeye was acceptable. I think it worked because you had Yelena kind of feeding like going back and forth with Kate Bishop. So, like I said, she wasn't even though it was kind of her own, it was her origin show, a standalone. She was never really on her own. She either had Hawkeye there to kind of carry a little bit of the load, and then you had Yelena on there to kind of carry the load.
Yeah, like that's exactly like like she needs other characters to
She needs other characters to vibe off of.
And Yelena is a character again who really she's kind of proven her character only works in an ensemble because she's done nothing in the Marvel universe that was like on her own. The Black Widow, she was in that movie. The like I said, the freaking Thunderbolts. Like I said, she works well in an ensemble pieces. On her own, no one would care. But like I said, two D's together makes a C, and that's passing. That's just passing. Barely passing, but it's still passing. Believe it or not, you can graduate with a C average.
Yeah, I think for me, like Ironheart, like that's the kind of category she fits in, where I think she works better on she works better with like an ensemble cast. Like when we get to the like I said, when we get to the Young Avengers slash champions, I think that's gonna be a lot better. It's like Thunderbolts, despite despite not doing good in the box office, was still one of the better.
Yeah, I thought it was. I'm surprised that it didn't do as well because, like I said, compared
Yeah,
to Captain America, I thought it was better than Captain America. Leaps and bounds
I,
better than
I do
Captain
too.
America. So
I
the
do
fact
too.
that it didn't
Like
do
I
well,
thought,
I'm surprised.
I thought Thunderbolts was better than a lot of stuff the MCU has put out lately. But I guess maybe people just didn't want to go see it. I don't know, but whatever the case may be. But like that's what made Thunderbolts good, is because you had all those characters kind of working together and vibing off of each other. Like nobody wants to see Ghost. Nobody wants to see like a standalone Ghost TV series. Like nobody wants to see that.
Yeah, I
But
think
when
that's
you
probably
put
what it
Ghost
was
with
like the
like a
characters that they had, like no one really cared about. Like no one
yeah,
cared about Ghost, no one cared about Taskmaster, no one really cared about U.S. Agent John Walker. I think the only two characters that maybe would be Red Guardian and Yelena, but like I said, them two on their own would not be able to carry a standalone film. And then, like I said,
no,
Bucky's like okay, but it's I think more people would have rather have seen him with Falcon than see him in Thunderbolts. But we didn't really get that much. We just got like a little bit of Bucky, and that was about it.
I think too. Like I think maybe they should have marketed Sentry a little more. Like
Yeah,
I
but
think,
they were trying to keep that under wraps. But it's like you might as well. They
like
were
I
more
think that
focused on
kind
the
of
whole name in the asterisk thing, where it's like, you know what? Okay, cool. Now, like they thought by changing the name to New Avengers, it'll bring more people. You might as well just kept it as the Thunderbolts.
yeah.
Because now you're just kind of
See, like I
confusing people there, where it's just like, just call it the Thunderbolts. Let the word of mouth be known that it's the new Avengers. It's unofficially the new Avengers, but keep it as the Thunderbolts.
I think that's why Marvel right now, they're like every time, like every Fantastic Four trailer we get, we see more and more of Galactus, and I think that's why, because they don't want to they don't want to make the same mistake. Like they know, they're like, all right, people, let's just show them Galactus, because Fantastic Four has to do well. Like that movie can't fail. Like that movie can't bomb. It has to do well. And I think that's why they're like, let's show them as much of Galactus as we can without showing them Galactus, because they want people to go see this.
Okay, but here's the thing: the measuring stick now is Deadpool Wolverine. You got to get Deadpool Wolverine numbers out here.
Man, I don't know if Fantastic Four is gonna do that.
Yeah, because that's the new benchmark right there. Like, yeah, you need to be up here with Wolverine Deadpool numbers. Especially now, bro, like movies, and I'm learning this more, that movies now have like maybe a shelf life of maybe 6 weeks in the theaters before they end up on streaming services. That's depending on how
Yeah.
well they do. Because you know that movie Sinners?
Yeah, that was a good movie
That
too.
shit's already on Max. It's gonna be on Max in July. Fuck, Minecraft movies already on HBO Max.
Because I think, and I think studios are catching on. I think people are out of the movie theater experience.
Well, it's not worth it anymore with the prices and the
Yeah,
chances of some nut job being in there or whatever.
just
You
like
might as well go
you
home and watch it
think,
on your giant screen TV.
because like think about it, like like if you got like you're a husband and a wife, and let's say you got maybe like a kid or whatever, couple of kids, like you're paying like almost $20 a ticket, and then you're paying your concessions and stuff. Like going to the movies, like it's almost like it's like a hundred to $150 like night out. Like a lot of people in this economy, they're like, yeah, I'd rather just wait 2 months and watch it at home.
And the theaters ain't got nothing to offer other than, hey, pay more money to get this commemorative popcorn bucket. Because, that puts butts in seats, right? Oh, I want to get this custom. Like they were showing off the custom buckets for a Fantastic Four movie. Like one of the buckets is just a giant head of Galactus and shit.
Plus, it's like you said. Like I think there's so many like weirdos and stuff nowadays that I think people are just like they just rather stay home and watch it.
Plus, like the theaters have never really recovered after COVID, man. Like it's never been the same.
Nope, nope.
Which again, why, like I
Like
said,
I
why
said,
would you like the movie theater experience is to a point where you can have about that same amount of experience in your own home if you're really like dedicated to that movie quality feel. Like most motherfuckers out here got a big screen TV. Most people out here got like surround sound. So there's
yep.
no real reason. Like, why do I go to a theater to pay $20, like $40 for food that I probably already have in my house, and I'd have to worry about someone
Yeah,
talking through the trailers or just being annoying or someone else's baby crying in the middle of the fucking end game. Like,
like like if you wanna pause the movie and go to the washroom, you can do that. Like you don't have to miss anything.
well, I mean, yeah, movie theater. I'm not saying that movie theaters aren't packed or anything, but I think at the same time, like they're losing the appeal because it's like movies. Like I said, when I'm being a boomer here, but when a movie came out, you had to wait a damn near a calendar year to see that movie again, meaning either on VHS or on HBO. But like now, like I said, Minecraft. When did Minecraft come out? What, 2 months ago?
Uh,
About like right
yeah,
before, like right
something
in the
like that.
beginning of the summer.
Yeah, probably like two and a half, 2 months
Yeah, and
ago,
it's
maybe
already
two and a
now
half,
on HBO
2.5.
Max. I remember watching it because a friend was streaming it in a Discord. We were watching it, and that was about a month ago. So, like I said, it's already on HBO Max. So it's like, would it have been worth it to go see it in the theaters? I don't know.
And like it's funny because if you think about it, like if you compare Minecraft to Thunderbolts, like Minecraft made a ton of money. Minecraft made bank.
Yeah, and it's already on HBO Max.
Yeah. I think it's just the movie theater experience in general. I think it's just the one, it's becoming too expensive. It's becoming too much of a luxury. And I think people just don't wanna bother, and then they know they know the movie's gonna hit streaming in 2 3 months, so they're like, ah, fuck it, like I'll just wait. I'll
Or if
just
they're
wait.
like
Like,
most
oh,
people, they're already watching it because they jumped on a boat somewhere. Like we
yeah, like that's the thing too.
let's be real out here. I'm pretty sure good out of 100%, at least at least maybe 45 to 50% people are getting their movies through some pirated streaming site.
Yeah,
And I know
yeah,
that
like
for
that's
a
very
fact
true.
because I know a lot of people that are watching all their shit from some torrented download.
Because that's too like that's something that's relatively not relatively new, but like 10 years ago, like that wasn't really a thing, you know?
I mean, it wasn't a thing on an internet scale, but bootlegging was around in the 90s. Dudes were selling DVDs of movies.
No, no,
It's always
you're
been
right,
a
you're right.
thing. Bootlegging's
I
always
just
been
mean
a
like
thing. It's just now it's moved to a digital age. Because in the 90s, niggas was out there in the streets selling bootleg DVDs of movies that were coming out. From Spider Man
I guess
to the Wolverine movie. I remember cats were peddling um, bootlegs of Wolverine before it was finished.
yeah,
You remember that?
that's the one
Niggas
yep,
was peddling the
that's the version I
unfinished
watched.
Wolverine movie.
Yeah, like I remember I was sick and I stayed home from school one day and I watched that and yeah, like it was unfinished.
So, like I said, bootleg the pirating of movies is not an old practice. It's just stepped its game up to being more of a digital thing. Like I'm pretty sure there's still cats out there in the streets selling DVDs of bootleg somewhere. But for the
I
most
guess it's
part,
just more
cats are out here. It's easier just to go online and find a torrent site that does stream movies or whatever.
I guess it's just more like accessible now, whereas
Yeah, it's
like
just more accessible.
everybody has a yeah, like everybody has a computer, so everybody can just hop on a boat and watch whatever they want. Like
Yeah, and you no longer have to pay some dude on the street some bootlegging fee.
that's right, that's right. Like I remember like when I was a kid, like if you wanted to see a movie in theaters, like you went to the theaters, like you had no choice. Whereas now like you can watch stuff like you can watch stuff on your cell phone. Like you don't even need to have a computer. Like I watch stuff at work and I watch stuff on my phone. Like I stream shows and stuff on my phone. Like you could watch Netflix on your phone, so you don't even need the computer. Like you could watch movies anywhere, you know?
I mean, movie
So I
going
think
can
that's
still
the
be
other thing.
affordable, Ian, but you also got to remember that you're basing that off of your theater. Not every theater is $9 a ticket. You're fortunate that you have a theater that's still charging you single digits for a ticket. Shit, let me go to that theater. The only time I can
I
pay
mean, but
single digit prices for a theater, I better be going to the matinee.
like it depends too. Like it depends too on your situation. Like let's say $9 for a single person. Okay, sure, that's nothing. But if you're a husband and wife and 2 kids, well, that $9 now that's $38.
Then of course you
Or
got it. Of course
you
they're
know,
gonna they're gonna want drinks. They're gonna want
yeah,
popcorn. They're gonna want candy.
yeah. So that's the thing. Like if it's just me by myself and I'm going to a movie, okay, $10, $9, that's nothing, whatever. But like I said, if you got a wife and you got some kids, it's like it's almost $40 just in tickets and then your drinks and your snacks. By the time you add all that, you're at almost $100, you know? So that's the thing. It's like everybody's situation is different, and it's okay. Maybe $100 by today's standards is not that much, but a lot of times it's like, well, I'll just keep the $100 and watch this at home. Like me, I don't mind going to the theater. It's just it has to be a theater movie, like Superman, Fantastic Four. I'll go see those in theaters. But like some movies like Minecraft, I'll just stay home and watch Minecraft. Like Sinners, I'll just stay home and watch it.
Yeah, again, someone was streaming it in a Discord, so they got it off a site, and we watched it. But like I said, it's about to be on HBO now, so it's like it's only been out in theaters for what, a month, maybe two.
Yeah. Like I said, it kind of depends on your situation. Like going to the movies can be affordable. Like maybe if it's just you and your buddy, and you guys are paying for yourself, and you're like, okay, $10 for me for my ticket, and then like $15 for my snacks.
Well, see,
Okay,
here,
sure,
here,
that's
here,
not too
listen.
bad.
No, I'm paying for the drink and drink only, cause any snacks, I'm bringing that shit in from the outside, baby boy.
Yeah,
Stop it.
yeah.
I'm going to the nearest Dollar General, Dollar Tree, Family Dollar, Dollar, Holla Holla, and I'm gonna get my candy and whatever the snacks I think I'm gonna actually eat in the theater. Like the most I'm paying in concessions is the beverage. That's it. Is the beverage. That's it. But the snack attack, we going to the general for that. I recommend anybody doing that. Like I said, if you're all about the popcorns and the M&Ms and the candy, don't be a fool. Take your ass to your local dollar store and get whatever candy you want on the cheap. Put that shit in your pocket and just pay for the bev. Just pay for the bev.
That's right. Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Learned that shit a long time ago. Ain't for they be charging you what $4 for a dollar pack of some M&Ms. Fuck out of here. I will take that ass to the dollar store and rack up on some sweets. Like I said, if it's real like that, like I'll be here. Here's my thing when it comes to movies. I'm not much of a food consumer when I'm in the theater. Like I know most people do, but at best, I'll buy a little bit of candy. But like I'm not a big eater when I'm watching a movie. So like buying nachos and all that shit is not something I do at the theater. Very rarely when I used to go to theaters. Like I said, at best I go to fucking Dollar Tree, grab me a bag of some goobers and some raisinets, and call it a fucking day.
See, I have like a system. Like I get like a bag of popcorn and I get a candy, and then I eat the candy during the trailers, and then I save the popcorn for the movie.
And
Like
then
I
like
have a
the
system.
drink is the thing I gotta be careful with, cause you gotta sip with that shit slowly, cause that air conditioner had your bladder fucked up by the third act of the movie if you fuck around.
Yeah, like I've done that once or twice.
You drink too much of the drink, and by the third act, your ass got to pee so bad because that air conditioning got you cooled the fuck off, got your bladder iced down. Now you ready to pee, son. That should be like, oh damn. And you try to hold it, you feel it in
Or
the second act, so you hold that shit. But then by third act, it's like, nah, that's just us pushing back. And it's like, yo, I gotta go.
or
I gotta go. Unless you really tough
you,
it out.
you you drink your drink too fast, and then when you get to the third act, you're like, oh man, I'm thirsty. I wish I didn't finish my drink so quickly. I've done that once or twice too.
See, I've never had that issue because I always get like just the extra large drink, but I've never run out of drink because, like I said, I get to a point where it's like sitting there in that air conditioned room, that shit start fucking with your bladder, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like you gotta sit there and like you gotta see how strong is your constitution. Can you hold it? I know, like I said, when I saw Black Panther, it got to a point I was like, yeah, I was trying to hold it. I'm like, nah, this shit ain't happening. I gotta let this out. It was right in the middle of the fight
Yeah,
between Killmonger and T'Challa.
like where they're on the waterfall or at the end.
Where they're fighting in the little vibranium tunnels. And I,
Okay, okay.
and I like
The waterfall fight
I
better.
had to go, bro. Like it was not even an option no more. Like it was like, nope. You push back as long as you could, and like I said, Black Panther wasn't a short movie either. So like, yeah, you gotta be
Yeah,
careful in them theaters. That's why, like I said, the movie going experience is a little bit better when you're doing it in your house because you can always pause and just go to the bathroom.
that's right. That's right. You could pause. You could go to the bathroom. If you want to pause the movie and make something to eat, you can do that.
So it's like it's hard. Like I said, I know some people do like the big screen or the 3D or the what's it called the IMAX. Like I know people dig all that, but it's like me. I'm not. I've never been that kind of bougie when it comes to the fidelity of my movie. Like, is it in? Again, I'm simple. Is it in color? Can I see it? That's all I need. Like I'm not bougie that way where I need like super high definition. I need Dolby Surround sound, digital age. I need that 4K resolution. Like I've never been that bougie. Like listen, my vision is fucked up
Same,
as it is
same.
getting old. I'm just happy to be able to still see shit in color.
That's right. Like I said, I watch bootleg movies like all the time. Like it is what it is. As long as I can tell what's going on and it that it's not too fuzzy, then I'm good with that.
In fact, you know, it was a movie I just finally got a chance to see because I found a website that actually
Well,
had it on there. Was that Queen of the Ring movie?
okay, how was it?
It's good. It's good. In
Okay.
fact, like it really is kind of like more historically accurate. Like the cameos, like Gorgeous George, like they got someone playing. You know, one thing I did not know Mae Young was gay.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, apparently she liked the ladies.
Well, someone better tell Mark Henry. No, okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. That's kind of interesting though. I guess maybe because like in that time it was still kind of somewhat like
And I didn't even know
taboo.
back then that women wrestling was like actually illegal in certain states.
Really, eh?
And like I guess at some point, like she started her own like I said, she started fighting in the carnies, and like I said, certain states women could wrestle, but like in the NWA territories, it was illegal. So like they couldn't go to New York and wrestle.
How's homegirl from Arrow in that movie? Because I don't
I
know,
mean,
she kind of
she's not
she
bad.
could
She's
she's
not
okay
bad.
because she could get on my nerves real quick.
I think she played the part. She looked well, like she had an athletic build for her. I think, like I said, they had like the guy like Jim Cornette was in the movie. He played one of the dudes in the NWA committee.
Whoa, okay.
What's that dude's name is also in the movie? I didn't know he was in it. What's that dude name? William Goggins. You know the guy I talk about? The
Oh
dude.
yeah, Walton Goggins.
Yeah. The dude from Fallout and shit.
Yeah. He's great.
Yeah, he's in the movie. He plays a promoter that was also trying to promote women in wrestling and shit. But like I said, it's an interesting movie. Like it basically follows most of her career of just pushing through to get to the point where women were allowed to wrestle, or where it wasn't illegal anymore for women to wrestle. And the dude Wolf, who started the promotion with her, and how like he was the first one to have like black women wrestle. So like it's a good watch. If you're a wrestling fan and you're like a historian fan, I think they did a good job.
Okay, I'll have to check it out at some point. I'll have to
And
give
then
it
of
a
course there
watch.
was people like Camille and Tony Storm was in there. I think Naomi was in it too. She was one of the black women wrestlers.
Oh wow, okay, I didn't know she was in that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there was a
Okay.
few female. There's a few like wrestling people in it. Like I said, Cornette's in the movie. They even did a whole little segment where she was talking to the NWA committee trying to get them to book women, and like they had a guy playing McMahon Senior. So like they kept it accurate because yes, McMahon was on the board for the NWA. Most of you young wrestling fans don't remember, and WWF was a NWA territory at one point in history. It's the Northeast.
All right. Yeah, I'll definitely have to. I'll definitely have to give it a watch at some point.
Well, I mean, it's been out for a while, so I wouldn't be surprised if it shows up on a streaming platform somewhere. But I'm pretty sure you can also just jump on a boat and you'll get a good copy.
Yeah, maybe I'll just do that.
Because that's what I did. Like for a while, I couldn't find it on any site, and then I got a new site, and then I was like, okay, there it is. Also, I didn't know that it was Apparently, well, if you believe what the movie tells you, Mildred Burr was the reason. She gave Gorgeous George the gimmick to be Gorgeous George.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, because his original gimmick wasn't getting him over and doing much, so she recommended that he do something else and have more flair and take advantage of his good looks. And then he changed his look and became also the whole he changed his whole gimmick because back then people weren't sure if Gorgeous George was gay or not because that's his gimmick and everything. Cause like even some women were asking him like, "Are you sure? Like, you sure this guy's queer?" Cause like they weren't sure of his sexuality.
That's cool. Yeah, like I
Even
said,
though it
I'll
does
get it.
kind of insinuate that he might have been gay, but I don't think that I might be reading too deep into it.
Yeah, but
But
all
it's
right, bro.
definitely one of those. Oh, you gotta go.
Yeah, I gotta bounce real quick.
All right, man. Well, I mean, I think about to wrap up
But
anyway. It's about that time.
all right, but birds aren't real, and I'll catch y'all later.
All right, take it easy, bro. But yeah, I definitely recommend if you like wrestling films, definitely check out Queen of the Ring. It's a decent watch. It's around like 2 hours plus, but it's a good movie. But like I said, with the Ironheart show chat, I'm still not sold. I'm gonna watch the rest, but I'm hoping that she does reflect on her action in the previous 3 episodes and maybe learn something. I doubt it because it's Riri, and she's just never been written to be a person that takes any accountability. None. I have yet to see Riri take any accountability for anything she does in any medium. But like I said, we still got more episodes, so we'll see what happens. So we'll see what happens, you know. We'll find out soon. But I think I'm gonna call here, chat. Do appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out as always. Smash that like, subscribe if you haven't, and ring the bell so you stay notified. We'll be back here next week to talk all things toys. We'll go over anything Comic-Con coming up soon, and a lot more. So y'all have a great night and a great weekend. And Daniel, appreciate you coming. Time to go to bed. We'll see y'all next week. And remember to always kick out. Thick boys out.
Time has come, I'm ready to go. Venturing into the unknown. Fire's inside me, must be unleashed. People talk nonsense all the day. Shampoo kindness, all they can say. I can't get no satisfaction. Woo-hoo, challenge may have come. Woo-hoo, fighting just begun, but there's no stopping. People spreading out my wings. Let's fly high. Woo-hoo, concentrate my power. Woo-hoo, in the final hour, in the end, I'm gonna win. I hope you die. Don't you know I'm unstoppable? Don't even try, cause you will fall. I got a strength deep in my soul that gives me courage and control. I'll go beyond the limit break. The universe is mine to take. I have no fear. I think it's clear. Let's keep you tight high. Get all this Dragon Ball Super. We got the skill to blow Xeno rain.